The main thing that's driving the costs is the cost of housing, which continues to increase at a really rapid rate.
Things are only getting more expensive if you're living in Metro Vancouver, with a living wage for the region now at $20.52 an hour. That's up more than $1 since the last crunch of the numbers in 2019.
The cost of 2 cell phones, one for each parent, the cost of a good quality Wi-Fi, because increasingly we're having to work from home, the cost of food, the cost of childcare, which is the second biggest increase.
A living wage is how much is required to cover the cost of your basic needs.
Last year there was a rental freeze across BC because of the pandemic, and so that paused things slightly. But even with that, rent is by far and away the biggest cost that families face.
I look at it from a perspective of, being that person that's been hired. It's important for me to pay my workers what I think they're worth, but also a living wage. I've done my best and I'm so happy I've been able to. So far, I've paid everyone above minimum wage.
Sean Blishen runs a small candle company in Vancouver. Her business is coming up on its 2-year anniversary.
I've had to find a way to balance, costs. Everything's going up. Wax has gone up 20%. My rent has gone up. I'm having to order things from overseas, which I wasn't doing before. I tried to stick as local as possible.
Blishen hopes there will be more help from various levels of government for other businesses to pay their workers a living wage.
Myself and all my small business friends, we pay tons of money in taxes. So if they were to give us some kind of small tax break, I know that would also be super helpful.
But certainly there's more work to be done. There's a Fair Wages Commission that I appointed in 2017. They came back with a report, how do we raise the minimum wage every year, gradually but predictably, because that would provide certainty to businesses.
Have they given you any kind of inkling as to when the time frame would be?
COVID has delayed a number of different initiatives that we were taking, and that also was part of that. That's why it's delayed.
Is there any chance it would be by the end of the year?
I'm hoping to have it before the end of the year, yes. And again, but they're the people that we appointed are busy with their own different fields.
For anybody who's, who hasn't even thought about paying their workers a living wage, what's your message to them?
I'd say put yourself in their shoes. You know where we live. You know what it costs to live in this beautiful city. When you treat them good, they'll stay with you and they'll be loyal as well.
In Vancouver, Ria Ranouf, City News.